Are you looking for a houseplant that's not only stunning, but also easy to care for? Did you know that Hoyas, or wax plants, have been cherished by plant lovers for centuries for their glossy leaves and mesmerizing flowers? With over 500 species worldwide, these plants are more than just a pretty face. They're tough, resilient, and surprisingly forgiving. In fact, according to recent surveys, houseplants like Hoyas are proven to improve indoor air quality by up to 50% while reducing stress levels. Imagine transforming your living space into a lush, tropical oasis with minimal effort. But here's the catch. While Hoyas are low maintenance, they thrive best when given the right care. That's where this guide comes in. Whether you're a complete beginner or a seasoned plant parent, I'll walk you through everything you need to know to help your Hoya flourish, from choosing the perfect spot in your home to encouraging those breathtaking blooms. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll feel confident enough to grow your very own thriving wax plant collection. Before we dive into the details, let me tell you this. I'm saving the most valuable Hoya care tip for the end of this video. Trust me, it's the kind of advice that can make all the difference in how your plant grows and blooms. So make sure to stay tuned until the end to discover it. And one more thing, if you're as excited about creating your own indoor jungle as I am, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I've got plenty of amazing plant care videos coming your way, from troubleshooting common plant problems to showcasing rare and exotic species you'll love. Hit that subscribe button and let's grow together. Understanding your Hoya. Hoyas belong to the Apocynaceae family, which also includes milkweed and oleander. Native to tropical regions of Asia and Australia, these plants are epiphytic, meaning they naturally grow on trees and derive nutrients from the air, rain, and debris around them. This characteristic makes Hoyas adaptable and resilient, thriving in a range of conditions. In a home environment, this translates to a plant that prefers well-aerated conditions and can tolerate a bit of neglect, ideal for busy plant lovers. With over 500 species, each Hoya variety offers its own unique beauty, from heart-shaped leaves to variegated foliage and clusters of intricate flowers that can perfume an entire room. Light requirements: bright but indirect. Hoyas thrive in bright, indirect light. While they can tolerate some direct sunlight, especially in the morning, too much harsh light can scorch their leaves and cause discoloration. A spot near an east or north-facing window is ideal. If you have a south or west-facing window, consider using sheer curtains to diffuse the light. Keep in mind that adequate lighting is crucial for Hoyas to bloom, so aim to provide them with consistent exposure. Pro tip: variegated Hoya varieties like Hoya carnosa crimson queen may lose their distinctive patterns if kept in low light for too long. Keep these plants in brighter conditions to maintain their vibrant colors. Seasonal adjustment: during winter months, when natural light is limited, supplement with a grow light to ensure your Hoya gets the energy it needs to thrive. Watering: less is more. One of the biggest mistakes Hoya owners make is overwatering. As epiphytes, Hoyas are adapted to periods of drought and prefer their soil to dry out between waterings. To avoid root rot, always check the top inch of soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. Hoyas store moisture in their leaves and stems, making them more tolerant of occasional missed waterings than excess moisture. Rule of thumb: in the warmer months, you may need to water every 7 to 10 days, but in winter, once every 2 to 3 weeks is usually sufficient. Expert tip: Hoyas love humidity, so misting their leaves or placing a pebble tray with water nearby can mimic their natural environment without oversaturating the soil. Advanced care: use room temperature, filtered water for best results. Avoid using hard water, which can cause mineral buildup in the soil over time. Choosing the right soil and pot. Hoyas prefer a lightweight, well-draining potting mix. A blend designed for orchids, combined with some perlite or pumice for added aeration, works perfectly. You can also make your own mix using equal parts potting soil, orchid bark, and perlite. This type of mix ensures proper air circulation around the roots, preventing waterlogging. Pot selection: always choose a pot with drainage holes. Hoyas dislike wet feet, which is when water accumulates at the bottom of the pot and can lead to root rot. Repotting schedule: Hoyas prefer to be slightly root-bound, so only repot them every 2 to 3 years or when you notice the roots outgrowing the pot. Be gentle during repotting to avoid damaging their delicate root systems. Feeding your Hoya: while Hoyas aren't heavy feeders, they do benefit from regular fertilization during their active growing seasons, spring and summer. A balanced, water-soluble fertilizer diluted to half strength every 4 to 6 weeks will provide the necessary nutrients to encourage growth and blooming. Avoid over-fertilizing, as this can lead to salt buildup in the soil. Bloom booster: once you see flower buds forming, switch to a fertilizer with a higher phosphorus content to support healthy blooms. Natural options: organic fertilizers like seaweed extract or fish emulsion can also be used for a more sustainable approach to feeding your Hoyas. Temperature and humidity preferences: Hoyas are tropical plants, so they thrive in warm, humid environments. Aim for temperatures between 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 27 degrees Celsius, and humidity levels of at least 50%. If your home is on the dry side, a small humidifier can make a world of difference. Grouping your Hoya with other plants can also create a microclimate with higher humidity. Cold sensitivity: avoid placing your Hoya near drafty windows or vents, as sudden temperature fluctuations can stress the plant. Seasonal care: in winter, reduce watering and move your Hoya away from cold windows to maintain consistent warmth. Pruning and training: Hoyas are naturally vining plants and can be trained to climb trellises, cascade from hanging baskets, or even grow along walls. Prune sparingly to remove dead or damaged leaves, and avoid cutting the long tendrils, as these often develop flower buds. Pro tip: Hoya flowers grow on structures called peduncles, which should never be removed after blooming. These peduncles can rebloom year after year if left intact. Shaping your plant: use soft plant ties or clips to guide the vines as they grow, creating your desired shape or structure. Encouraging blooms: getting your Hoya to bloom can require a little patience, especially with younger plants. Here are some tips to coax those gorgeous flowers. Bright light: ensure your Hoya gets enough bright. Indirect light: stress it a little. A slightly tighter pot or allowing the soil to dry out a bit more than usual can sometimes encourage flowering. Age matters: many Hoyas won't bloom until they're mature, so give your plant time to grow and settle into its environment. Consistent care: stick to a steady routine of light, water, and feeding to keep your Hoya happy and blooming ready. Common pests and problems: Hoyas are generally hardy, but they can fall victim to common houseplant pests like mealybugs, spider mites, and scale. Inspect your plant regularly and treat any infestations promptly with neem oil or insecticidal soap. Yellow leaves: this often indicates overwatering or poor drainage. Adjust your watering schedule and check the soil. Wrinkled leaves: underwatering or excessively dry conditions can cause this. Increase humidity and water as needed. Fungal issues: ensure good airflow around the plant and avoid letting water sit on the leaves to prevent fungal diseases. Popular Hoya varieties: if you're just starting out, here are some beginner-friendly Hoyas to consider. Hoya carnosa, the classic wax plant known for its resilience and fragrant blooms. Hoya pubiculax, fast-growing and forgiving with beautiful splashes of silver on its leaves. Hoya Carey, known as the sweetheart plant for its heart-shaped leaves, perfect for gifting. Hoya compacta, a stunning variety with tightly curled leaves, often called the Hindu rope plant. Hoya obovata, recognized for its large, round leaves and splash-like patterns. Hoyas are not only beautiful, but also deeply rewarding plants to care for. With the right balance of light, water, and patience, you'll enjoy their lush foliage and delightful blooms for years to come. They're perfect for adding a touch of tropical elegance to any indoor space, and their relatively low maintenance needs make them accessible to plant parents of all experience levels. So, whether you're a plant newbie or a seasoned grower, Hoyas are a fantastic addition to any indoor jungle. Remember, every plant is unique, so take the time to observe and understand your Hoya's needs. With a little attention and care, your Hoya will reward you with years of growth and beauty. And here's the golden tip I promised. Don't forget to let your Hoya rest. After a blooming cycle, Hoyas often benefit from a period of reduced watering and feeding. This rest period mimics their natural habitat and prepares them for their next round of growth and flowering. Happy planting!